to Legislative Report. I'm Mindy Fee, and I'm here with Representative Ryan Aument today. Welcome, Ryan.
Glad to be here.
Thanks. We are here getting ready to tour the brand new sports facility. It's the Nook Sports Facility in East Hempfield Township. So we're excited to go in and see what all they have to offer. So come join us.
Mindy and I are now inside of Nook Sports, and with Stephanie Jordan, who's the marketing coordinator here. I think the first thing you notice when you step inside is just the immense size of this facility. How big is the facility?
Well, it's 7 acres under roof on this side, and then there is a phase 2, which is another 7 acres. So the entire facility is 14 acres under roof. And then we also have outdoor facilities as well. We'll have fields and things like that as well. So.
Stephanie, tell us how the idea came to be. I mean, it is such a unique facility. I think it's the largest in the country, but how did the idea come about?
Sure. Our owner, Sam Byler, who used to be the owner of Annie Ann's Pretzels, he decided that he wanted to open a volleyball facility. So him and his daughter's coach went on a search to find a building. Well, they found the old Armstrong warehouse, and it ended up, they fell in love with it, and they realized that it was so huge they couldn't just do volleyball. So at that time, they decided to bring in different sports, and that's kind of where Spooky Nook was born. So.
One of the things that I recall as this idea was being developed and this project started, one of the things that struck me really was the tremendous cooperation with local government officials, with the community at large. There was a tremendous outreach effort to get community buy-in to bring a project of this size here in the vicinity of Spooky Nook Road and 283, and there are a number of neighbors neighboring this facility. Can you talk a little bit about that process to get the community on board to be as supportive as they are with this project?
Sure. Sam Byler, his vision is to bring the community in. He loves the Lancaster area and the Harrisburg area in Lancaster County. So he wants support of businesses, local businesses, big businesses, small businesses. He wants to make sure that the neighbors are well taken care of with traffic issues. He doesn't want to cause a problem with 283 issues. He just wants everyone to enjoy the facility and enjoy what it's going to bring to Lancaster County, because it will bring a lot of tourism and hopefully help those businesses out as well.
What's great about this facility, being pro-business, is you do have arrangements here where they can come in, they can have meetings here. It's also a great family-oriented place. And I know you're also going to bring in a lot of different tournaments for the actual sports part of it. Can you go into a little bit more detail with that?
We've actually had a couple tournaments since we opened. We had a soft opening in March, and then we opened in June. At that time, we had a huge volleyball tournament called the Irish Rumble. And that was 5,000 people were in this building, just this half.
Fantastic.
And it was awesome. We had those 5,000 families actually stayed within the Lancaster County.
I was going to say, were they from outside the area and just came in for the tournament?
Yep.
That's fantastic.
So we brought a lot of people there. I know that they ate at local businesses that we have partnerships with. So it really brought a lot of people to Lancaster County that wouldn't normally come. We've had the different tournaments. We've also had a prom here, so we can do things like that, like an upscale event.
I bet the kids love that.
Yes, they did actually. They got to use the clip and climb, and it was quite an interesting event.
It's great.
So we can do corporate businesses, team building on our climbing wall in the back there behind us. We can do pretty much any type of event. We've done expos, the Women's Expo, which we had last May. So that was a huge event for us. We actually had it on our sport court and not in our meeting facility, so we can actually do the different things on the sport court.
Yeah, I think this fall you're going to have a senior expo that Ryan and I will be participating with, so that's exciting.
Yes, and I believe they're the same people that ran the Women's Expo, so they're running the Senior Expo as well.
Now, you've been open now for a few months. I know we're going to take a tour here in a few minutes and see some of the specific locations, facilities that are housed here. Can you sort of give us a general overview of what is currently open in the interior of the building? What do you foresee in terms of future development here inside, as well as the facilities, the athletic fields outside?
Okay. That's going to be a mouthful, but we do have a climbing facility, which you can see behind us. We have the climbing wall and the clip and climb area, so you can actually come in for the day or get a membership. We have a sporting goods store, a food court, a smoothie bar. We have meeting spaces. We have 150,000 square feet of meeting spaces. If we actually go through that, it actually transforms you from the openness of the Nook into a quieter setting. We have sport court, which can be turned into various different sports. That can be field hockey, soccer. We can do karate.
And that's all the indoor?
Yes,
that's all indoor.
This is all indoor.
Okay.
We have the 3 different turf fields in the back, which they can do soccer, futsal, and field hockey on. We have
and those are open now?
Yep, they're all open now. We have a baseball diamond. We have 8 batting cages and pitching lanes. And we have 10 corner hardwood courts for basketball, volleyball.
10 of them? Okay.
10. And then we also have a fitness center and a sports performance center.
So people could come in just and join the fitness center if they wanted to?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, you can be a member for the tennis, fitness, and climbing. We also can do day rates. If they wanted to rent a court, they can just come in and rent it if you're not a member. And then you can also we also have an arcade as well. So they can come in for the day and do the arcade, the climbing area. They can also pay a day rate for the fitness center if you're not a member.
Is there going to be, I know when I had younger children and I wanted to go to a fitness class, daycare was always an issue. Will you have daycare?
Yes, we do.
Oh, that's super.
We do have Child Watch, which is right by our food court area. You have to be a member for that, but you can drop off your child for 2 hours during the day.
Wow. And what age is that? I have a 2.5-year-old and a newborn, so I asked the question. At what age does that start the child care?
At any age. We do diaper and everything.
Wow.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It's great.
Now, how many folks are employed here currently, and what sort of growth do you foresee in the number of folks that will be employed at this facility?
Sure. We have about 30 core staff, which is up in our corporate office area, but then we also have 150 employees that actually run the facility. So we anticipate a lot more growth with that, of course. Depending on our tournaments going on, we definitely need more help. They are just the core staff that runs the facility at normal hours, so we will need
Can I ask you, are they trained? And because there's so much going on here, are you individually trained for different areas, or are you cross-trained across the board?
Most of them are trained in their individual area.
Okay.
There's a few people that are kind of floaters right now that go into different areas.
And then when you have your different competitions, do outside referees come in, or is that all in-house too? And
we do have an outside referee company that we do work
Okay.
with, and then we also have some staffed referees. So it's kind of a combination right now.
And I guess for your tournaments, ages range greatly from young to adult, right?
Yes. Yeah, we have tournaments from youth age all the way up to senior level, 60 plus.
That's incredible. The other thing that I was impressed with as I was driving in this morning is, and I know this was a concern of folks when this project initiated, it seems that the traffic flow has moved well, and the parking situation is in great shape. There's a number of spots that are here. Do you anticipate future growth in terms of what's available for the parking and any traffic management issues? It seems like things are flowing well now, and anything with that you
Yes, we're actually
address?
in the process. I don't know if you saw when you drove in, they're making 2 more parking lot areas for
So
big
as the complex
tournaments.
grows,
Yes,
we're
yeah,
keeping
we
up
will
with that.
definitely keep up with the parking. I know Sam has some other ideas, which he hasn't really relayed to me yet, but I know he has thoughts. There's also a thought to widen the 283 off-ramp, which will help some of the traffic. And then he also has an idea to flow the traffic around the facility and create a better drive-in. So he has some kind of ideas on his own.
So he's pretty hands-on.
He is very hands-on.
Oh, that's fantastic.
He does all of the construction. His wife actually picks out all of the interior. She does all the design inside.
Well, she did a super job at
Yes,
that.
yeah,
I mean, what a fun place.
did.
It's a great feeling when you walk in.
Yeah.
As we think about the impact, talking about the traffic and the volume, the number of folks coming here for tournaments and such, I know the business community in Lancaster County as a whole is very excited about this project. Certainly the hotel industry, the restaurant industry, the retail shops here across Lancaster County. We really believe this has the potential to really be a value add for the broader Lancaster County business community.
Right. We do want to put Lancaster on the map. I know Hershey is very huge with Hershey Park and things like that, but Lancaster County is well known for the Amish community. But we definitely want to put it on the map for something different. We have tourism and great things to offer. We have local produce that we have and everything. So we really want to bring people here.
Well, and this is something different. And what's great about it is you do get a snapshot of Lancaster County here with all the farmland around us. I mean, it's who we are, but to incorporate something different it's just exciting.
Well, we're excited to see the facility. I think it's time to take a tour, and we look forward to our first stop on the tour.
Okay, let's go to the basketball court.
Sounds great.
Thanks. So our first stop on the tour is here at the basketball courts, and we have 9 of them, if I'm correct. And I see a bunch of our children out here playing and having a great fun. Is this a summer program or?
Yes, it's an all-skills basketball camp. It's from ages 6 to, I believe, 12 years old. So there's different games and different age limits going on in each court. So they do different skills drills, they do games against each other, and it's a lot of fun. We have a bunch of different camps, not just basketball, but this is the one that's going on today. And they're all local kids here today.
Wow. Now, I imagine you probably have adult leagues that also have started here. Can you talk a little bit about that throughout the week?
Yes, we do have adult leagues that go on. They're usually in the evening when they practice.
And time's up.
Yes,
Time's up.
But they practice with our trained professionals that actually help them along the way, and then they do tournaments against each other with the leagues.
Tell me a little bit about the marketing. I mean, do you reach out to our local school districts, and how do you reach out to the adults to get the adult program going on?
Well, it's an ongoing process because we have such a huge target market. But we do have connections with different local schools. We're different chamber members throughout the area, which is a huge help to us. We are partners with the Visitors Bureau, the Pennsylvania Dutch County Visitors Bureau. So we do make those connections with different people, and then we do direct mail pieces. We do a lot of different things. It's ongoing.
Yeah, well, communication's always great. I mean, to be able to work with all the different entities around here is super.
Is there ever sort of an open use time where folks in the community just want to come in and be able to work out on the basketball court? Are there courts that are reserved for that, or times are reserved for that for the week?
Pickup games.
Exactly right.
Yes, we do have that available, so you can come in anytime during our hours open, and there will be court space available. So it's first come, first serve. We don't book ahead of time unless you're a member. But you can come in and pay a rental fee for a court and just practice or do whatever you really want to do. You can bring a team in if you pay per member, if you're an outside team and just need a practice area. So we can do that too.
One more thing I see is we're here and I see the Orthopedic Association of Lancaster, Associates of Lancaster. So obviously you partner with some of these folks to make sure, injuries, which happen in sports, of course. So
yes, they will have an office that will open in August, the end of August. They will have a physical therapy office. We'll have trainers on site. If there's any issues, they can come to the facility right here. So if they break a bone, we're right on site.
Hopefully not too much of that.
Yes, hopefully not. We hope not. But then we'll also have doctors on site and all of that. So they will have that. They have all the equipment that they need here.
Oh, that's great.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much. I think we're ready to move on. Can you tell us where our next stop will be?
We'll go back by the tennis courts.
Oh, great.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks.
All right, Steph, we're here, I see, at the tennis court area of the facility. How many tennis courts do you have here on site?
We actually have 6 tennis courts, and the surface is the US Open surface, so it's called Deco Turf.
Okay.
So there's 6 professional tennis courts, full grade as well.
I know the courts are very, very important to different tennis players, so this is one that people are looking for and are excited about.
Yes, it does have a cushion underneath too, which helps with the bounce of the ball and the player as well.
Great.
Now this sort of has me thinking a little bit about the membership and how that works here. Do you have folks that are just simply tennis members? Is that combined? I know we're going to see probably the fitness center later, some combination with the fitness center. Can you talk a little bit about how that works?
Sure. The tennis court area, you can actually get a single membership to that. So you can get a family, single, or we also have a senior membership available too. We also have youth as well. So you can just do that. You can combine it with a fitness center membership and a climbing membership as well. So that's called the Ultimate membership. Or you can mix and match. If you wanted to do just tennis and climbing, you can get those two, or just specifically tennis if you wanted to.
Well, I love being able to participate in tennis, but let me tell you, as I'm looking behind me, I see something that's a little bit different. Can you explain that sport to us, please?
Sure. This is pickleball.
Pickleball.
Yes, pickleball. It is played with usually a wooden paddle and a ball that looks like a wiffle ball with the different holes in it. And it's played similar to tennis and badminton. So it's a lower net. Yeah.
So I'm interested in this. Is this something that's a relatively new game that's taking off in popularity, an old game that we're seeing increased interest in?
It's actually an older game. A lot of older people like it because it's a smaller court. They don't play on a full-size tennis court, so it's less impact on knees and things like that.
That's great. That's great.
Yes. So they have a smaller area to go as well.
Well, and again, it goes back to safety, which is very important to you folks here.
Yes. Yes, that is correct.
Well, excellent. So where's our next stop?
I believe I'll take you back by the baseball diamond.
Excellent.
Great.
All right, let's go.
All right.
All right, Steph, now I feel at home. This is the baseball section of the facility. This is incredible. You've got a full indoor diamond here. As we walked up, they were taking batting practice here, and now we see them taking infield practice. And as on this side, which I know we'll take a look at in a little bit, you've got 8 batting cages, is that correct?
Yes.
So can you talk a little bit about this facility, who utilizes this facility throughout the day?
Okay.
Great job.
Right now we actually have an all skills elite camp with Aaron Herr. So he's the actual coach of this camp, and he's well known for batting and pitching. So our camps use it. We also have leagues that can be here. We have different practices for our academy teams. We have a baseball academy. You can actually rent it. There's a rental fee for the day or by hour if you want. And then you can also rent the batting cages and pitching lanes as well.
That's incredible.
So I see this is a group of boys here playing, but could you get one-on-one training if you needed to?
Yes, all of our sports actually have one-on-one lessons.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so you can actually, our different directors, which are very highly trained professionals in their specific areas, you can actually pay for a private lesson with them.
Now, we were talking a little earlier about, as we were walking up here, about the lighting in this facility. And I remember when I was in high school a few years ago, playing baseball, and we would occasionally in the springtime here, when baseball starts in March, it's cold. The weather's not that conducive to outdoor play. And so you spend a lot of time training, practicing indoors, and the lighting was always of such interest and made for some adventurous playing catch inside. So that was of interest as I walked up. But that brings to sort of a larger question. What sort of interest has there been from school districts in the area? I think particularly during that time of year, during the springtime, where in the past they've had to use their own indoor facilities. Have you had some interest from local school districts, right in the Hempfield school district, there's Manheim Central School District that's nearby, other school districts. Has there been much interest to use this facility during the springtime for indoor practice?
Yes, actually, the field hockey and actually have had field trips here on their court space or their turf space. But we've actually had some bookings for 2014 for different field trips for different schools around the area. So they work with our events team to do that side of it. I know that we also do marketing efforts with the schools. So we put things in backpacks and advertisements, and we try to get kids to the camps as well. And we do have after-school programs to offer during the school year too. That's
great. One of the other things I find amazing as I walk around this place is, you know, baseball is beside tennis, which is beside basketball, but you know, it's all very safe. Again, it's all very secure, but for people, I mean, they should really come in and take a tour and get a feel of, you know, that we're right here beside each other, and yet when you're playing baseball, you're here playing baseball, and that's what you're focused on. It's great.
Yes, there is sectioned off areas, like our basketball courts are on their courts. There's no interference with other sports, which is really nice. It makes you feel like you're doing your sport and only your sport. But then there's an observation deck at the top, which we call the mezzanine, that people can actually take a walk. You don't have to be a member. You can just come in, take a walk around the facility. It's huge. So we've actually had day walkers that come in and check out the facility that way.
So where are we off to next?
We're actually off to the fitness center.
Oh, okay,
So
great. Great, thanks. Hi, Steph. Now we're here at one of my favorite spots, the equipment and the workout, and I assume you have classes. What I find to be great about it is there's all different levels. You know, we have the walking path, which you may start on, where it's open to the public for free. You have all the different equipment that I assume there's going to be trainers here to help you with. And then tell me about some of the classes also.
Sure, we have all different kinds of group exercise classes. We have a cycling studio.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Yes, it's really neat. So we have those classes there with the projection screen. So they play music videos and nature scenes during the class.
You need to take one of those. Yeah. They're fun.
Yeah, for sure.
And then below us, we actually have two group exercise fitness rooms. So we do our Zumba there, we do yoga, we have all Les Mills classes, which is body flow, body pump, and all of those different classes are available to our members, or you can pay a day rate to use one of those as well.
Oh, that's good.
And I imagine folks have the opportunity to work directly, whether it's a class or not, to work directly with a trainer that you have here on site. Are those small group sessions? Are there one-on-one sessions available? What sort of opportunities are there for to work directly with a fitness athletic coach or trainer?
Sure, we have personal trainers, so it's actually included in the membership that you can get a personal trainer free of charge with your membership.
That's nice.
So they're walking around, actually, they're at the front desk. They'll come and help you out if they see you doing something not incorrectly. They'll try and correct you and help you out. You can also do the group classes, which are trained professionals to do the Les Mills, and then they can also do the personal trainer on one-on-one session.
Tell me about, I mean, I see all the equipment in this area, but across the way, our audience can't see right now, is more equipment. So tell me about the difference between the two.
Yes, this is the fitness center. So most of the average people here will want to go to the fitness center. Now, if you're a high-intensity athlete, you're going to go to the Sports Performance Center, and that is where they have the more intense equipment. They actually have a speed area and a turf area, so they can do speed drills on those. They have all different kind of kettlebells and things like that. And actually our director of the Sports Performance area, his name is Jim Launer, and he used to train NFL players in Atlanta, actually.
Wow,
so he's well known.
Wow. Yeah, that's impressive.
How early in the day does the facility here open if someone's coming in for a workout, and how late into the evening do those hours extend?
Sure, we start at 5 o'clock in the morning for just the fitness center, and then we're until 10 p.m. And those hours may change depending on the season.
Okay, excellent. Well, we're nearly out of time today. I understand we have one more stop. Can you tell us where we're going next?
Yes, our last stop will be the meeting space.
Excellent,
Perfect.
thank you.
Thank you.
Now, Steph, we're here at our last stop, which is the meeting space area of the facility. Can you tell us how much space do you have here, how many meeting rooms, and what sort of events do you find this is conducive to?
Sure. We have 150,000 square feet of meeting space. We can do it in our meeting space area, or we can also do expos and larger scale on our mezzanine or on our different court areas. So you can really, it's up to you depending on what you want to rent. And we are actually in our executive lounge right now, so this is our more quiet area. If you're just holding something more intimate, you can have it here as well.
I was fortunate enough to be able to come and be with the U.S. Field hockey team, which is, you know, working for the Olympics, which is, these women are fantastic. I want to add that in there. I'll tell you, what very educated and gracious women. I loved being able to attend that event. But the venue down there was completely different than the meeting rooms here. And coming from the business sector, what I believe is to be able to adapt. And you folks certainly can do that. You can have classroom settings, you can have conference halls, and as I walk through it, it's a good thing.
Yes, we can do corporate team building things here on our rock wall. They can have lunch up here with our banquet facility. We do all of our catering in-house. So they can do a lunch here and then do the rock wall as a team building, or rent a court out for a team building idea.
That's super for our businesses. I love it.
Yes.
Now, if someone were to want to contact you, whether they're interested in the meeting space that we're seeing here now, some of the other facilities that we've seen, the fitness center, the tennis memberships, all that we've talked about, how can someone find out, receive more information, contact the facility?
Sure. Our website is www.nooksports.com, or you can give us a call at 717-786-7087, or you can just come in the facility and we can give you a tour 7 days a week.
Excellent. Well, thanks so much, Stephanie, for your time today. We've enjoyed the tour, and we certainly encourage our viewers to check this wonderful place out. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steph. I appreciate it. And that's all the time we have here today. I want to thank you for joining us, and I'd like to thank Representative Ryan Aument for also coming and joining us today.
Thank you. Glad to be with you.
You bet. The good folks at Spooky Nook Sports Complex for taking the time and showing us around. It was a fantastic facility. If you have any questions, you can reach me. I have 2 district offices, one in the Manheim Borough and one in the Denver Municipal Building. You can also reach me by my webpage, or by all means join me on Facebook. So I thank you very much for your time.